Caldereta. Now, it might be new to you, but it's a classic comfort food in the Philippines, and we're going to show you why it's such a hit and how you can make it tonight. I'm Jeff Philbin. This is Dinner DeeAs. My guest today is usually behind a keyboard instead of a cooktop. Kyla Fields is food critic and former managing editor of Creative Loafing Tampa Bay. Hello, hello, hello.
Nice to see you again.
Great to see you as well. I'm so excited to have you here inside the Dinner DeeAs kitchen because Kai recently shared a recipe of her own in the pages of Creative Loafing. It was her mom's take on a classic comfort food stew from the Philippines called Caldereta. And we asked her to come and make it here in the Dinner DeeAs kitchen and share why it's a dish that you're making this like once a month.
At least, yeah. It's in the rotation.
This is in rotation,
sure.
like
Absolutely.
on repeat.
Yes, yes.
Because it's like part of just heritage, culture, the flavors. What is it that keeps coming back?
I think we all love to revisit dishes that we loved as a child, and I love the flavors of it. Unfortunately, I used to, eat it in more of a winter stew, but here in Florida, we don't really have that kind of weather, so it is kind of a year-round rotation. And I love to make it for my friends, my partner. So if you know me and I've cooked for you, I've probably cooked you this.
This is that one. Folks, not only is she cooking it for friends, family, and our partner, she's cooking it with us for you today. And you've already started a little bit of the process. So what are you doing right now?
Yeah, so the first step of this recipe is to take the chunks of beef that are already cut and just give them a nice hard sear. We just got nice color on maybe both sides of them, and we have all of this tasty fond at the bottom of this Dutch oven. So I'm just gonna take about 2 tablespoons of water and deglaze it really quick to get all of that fond off.
And look at how it's just starting to really kind of go.
And then I really like to scrape the bottom of it.
Oh, yeah.
And that is going to be the base of our stew. You can already smell it. It's very aromatic.
Absolutely.
So I like
and you're
to
also helping with the cleaning process.
Right, of course, yeah.
All right.
And then after deglaze, I just go right in with some sliced onions. Give that a good saute. And the nice thing about this dish too, it is very rustic. It's a stew, so if you're not really confident with cutting things very small, you can cut the onions and the garlic as big as you want.
Then, yeah.
You can cut the carrots and the bell peppers as big as you want. I'm gonna go in with, I like my garlic sliced because I like a very pungent garlic flavor.
Very nice.
And I feel like when I slice garlic, it doesn't burn as easily.
Okay.
So we got about 6 cloves of garlic sliced that I add in there. And then I also like to add in the bay leaf because I feel like the oils in the pan kind of wake up the flavor in the bay leaf a little bit.
And if you missed Kai's recipe for her mom's Caldereta when it was in Creative Loafing, you can find it on our website, dinnerdeeas.com. We have it ready to print, and you can find it with your phone with the QR code in the corner of the screen. All you need to do is open the camera app on your phone, nothing special needed, and zoom in on that box in the bottom left, and a link to us will appear. So how are these onions coming along for you right now?
Pretty good. I think we can move forward to the next step of the recipe, which is you're going to add all the beef that you seared off right back into the pot, this recipe is really nice because you're only really using 1 Dutch oven.
I love that idea.
So I'm gonna pop everything back in, including the juices that came out of our beef here. And at this point, we are just going to boil the beef in some water. You can use beef broth if you want as well.
Okay.
And some passata or tomato sauce. I prefer passata because of the nice strained texture, but if you want diced tomatoes, peeled tomatoes, any sort of canned tomato, that would be fine as well.
So the passata for you is really thin, and that gives you that soupy consistency that you're looking for right now.
Yes, but if you prefer a chunkier consistency, any other type of canned tomato is fine as well. I just prefer to use passata.
The passata for this,
yes. Okay. And then this is gonna rip on high heat for about 30 minutes. You really just want to get the beef fully cooked and tender. A lot of beef stews use kind of tougher cuts of beef.
Sure.
So this is really going to help tenderize it over time.
I love it. Well, we bring that up. Ripping hot is what you were saying on that side of it all. We got a rice cooker.
I think that's the
here.
official term, yes.
Yeah, that is the technical term on that one. But we also have a rice cooker. So
yes, this is the rice cooker from my apartment that I use pretty much every day. I could eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I think a lot of Filipino and Filipino Americans will relate to that for sure. And a lot of most Filipino dishes come with a side of white rice or garlic rice, as we're going to make today. So yeah, I'm just going to go in. I've already pre-measured my rice here, and I have rinsed it.
You rinse your rice too?
I do rinse it.
Okay.
I feel like that's kind of a controversial topic sometimes, but I like to rinse it. I feel like it depends on what kind of rice you cook, what your preference of cooking is, so I like to rinse it, yes.
I absolutely love that. Now, what type of rice do we have here?
Long grain jasmine rice.
Jasmine rice.
Yes.
So you like it because of its fragrance. It's just like that little bit of more floral.
Yeah, and I kind of like the bite too. The smaller the grain, sometimes it can get, the texture could be lost a little bit in rice, so I do prefer a longer or a medium grain.
And that's going to give you a nice little bit of that chew behind it, that bite that you're looking for.
Yes, and we just want this. It's super simple, just nice and fluffy white rice. So I'm just gonna go in. I kind of already pre-measured things. To be honest, I don't really measure the water that goes into my rice. I don't know, this is a very common thing in an Asian household, but you kind of just use the tip of your finger to measure the rice.
Okay.
So the story is that if the water comes to the tip of your knuckle, that should be just enough water. I'm gonna actually dump a little bit of this out.
That was too much. That went above it.
A little bit too much, yes. So there's actually a couple tricks, but this is the one that I grew up with. My mom still uses it.
This is cultural. This is generational.
Unfortunately, I use it in the kitchen sometimes, so I'll tell my boss. But yeah, there we go.
But this is what's going to be able to make that rice so beautiful, because this is going to be turned into a garlic rice later on.
Yes, yeah, we're going to do something that's super popular in Filipino cuisine and make a garlic rice to go along with the caldereta. And I'm just going to go boop, boop, boop. Let's do a quick cook, actually. There we go.
And that's it.
And I'll sing to you when it's done. It's very nice.
Music to my ears.
Yes, yes.
While all this cooks, these cooks are taking a quick break. When we come back, Kai shares an extra special ingredient to give this dish its authentic flavor. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're cooking up a caldereta in the kitchen today with Kai Fields, food critic and former managing editor of Creative Loafing Tampa Bay. And this recipe is actually her mom's from the Philippines via New Jersey and traditionally made with goat, but we're Americanizing it with beef, and it's a one-pot dinner that we're making with garlic rice. Before the break, Kai seared cubed beef, took it out of the pan, deglazing it with water to keep the flavor to cook up onions, garlic, and a bay leaf. Adding back more water, passata, which is just pureed tomatoes, and the cooked beef. We brought that to a boil and started cooking jasmine rice in the cooker here while we've been just kind of lightly stirring this. And it's already reducing nicely. It's probably reduced by about 25% already.
Yes, yes. And I think at this point the beef is probably fully cooked through. We're just looking for it to tenderize a little bit more as it goes. So the next step in this recipe, after you let the beef really go on high for a while and let it reduce down a little bit, is to add all of our veggies.
I love that.
So we're going to go in with some potatoes.
A stew would not be a stew without potatoes.
I agree.
Like it just kind of goes with it, right?
And the first time I made my friend this dish, they were like, you're eating potatoes over rice, double starch? And I was like, don't question it.
Don't question it.
Don't
just
question
go with
it. So we got some carrots, some potatoes, a bell pepper, and Castle Giovanni olives. I like these olives just because they're my favorite olives. You can use any type of green olive.
Now, the olives, is that a traditional ingredient for this dish?
It is a common ingredient, specifically green olives. Because this stew has Spanish origins, because of the tomato sauce, I think the olives just kind of came with that.
Came with it, so it brings out just a brininess behind it as well, and those little pockets.
Yes, it brings out a brightness, and I feel like it really matches the tomato sauce really well. I use Castle Giovanni olives just because they're my favorite.
Sure.
And I like to include a little bit of the brine that they're in as well, because it adds like a pop of acidity, like you said. Because this stew is going to be very savory and meaty at the end, so I think the olive brine kind of adds a little bit of acid. Yeah,
cuts right through it.
Absolutely.
And also, to serve up this stew for your dinner, grab Kai's recipe at our website, dinnerdeas.com. Just scan the QR code down in the corner of the screen to find us on your phone.
Yes.
All right, so you also have some seasonings over there too.
Yeah, so this dish, although very flavorful, the seasoning is pretty minimal. So I'm just going to go in with some pepper, a little bit of salt, and some oregano. I like to add oregano to it. I don't think my mom does it. I think she might get me on this.
Are you going to be in trouble with mom now?
I think she might get me on that one, but I feel like the oregano goes with the tomato and the olives very well.
Okay.
It brings a little herbiness to it, so if you're seeing this, Mom, I apologize for that. I've taken some creative liberties of my own, if you say.
But sometimes that's really what it is,
Right,
right? It's
right.
a guide. A recipe is a guideline, but what you were saying just earlier was you use your senses and you go with what you've got, and you just kind of be in that moment. So the oregano's working for you? Let it work.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, I encourage anyone who wants to try this recipe to use cuts of beef that you like, to use the type of olives that you like. You don't like red peppers? Put a green pepper in there. You know, like this is a kind of recipe that is very adaptable to someone's specific palate and someone's specific
Now,
taste.
you use the words adaptable and specific to people's palates and tastes. I see an ingredient that might be a little polarizing to some folks out here, but no, it should not be polarizing at all.
I don't think so. And when I initially published the recipe on Creative Loafing, I said that it was optional just because I knew that not everyone reading the recipe is going to go out and get it.
Folks,
but
we're talking about liver spread.
I do feel like it's an important ingredient.
It is a very important ingredient to this dish. Let's taste this.
Okay. Right out of the can.
Right out of the can here. Oh.
It's really not that bad.
It's really not that bad. Would you eat it out of the can, though?
Maybe. I think with some toast, with some butter on it,
just a little bit.
That would taste good.
Okay, so my trick is always a Ritz cracker with that. Like that was always like a whole big piece of it. And like this is an important ingredient for this dish because there's 3 reasons why it needs to be in this dish.
Right.
It's super rich.
I mean,
it's
tons
emulsified
of flavor.
fat and
Tons
beef
of flavor.
right there. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's rich. It's going to add the depth behind it that we're looking for. But it's also a thickening agent as well. So you get 3 purposes for why you need to have this ingredient in here. So easy to find?
Yeah, I got this at MG Oriental. It's one of the many Asian grocery stores here in Tampa Bay. I'm pretty sure most Asian grocery stores should have it, or maybe an Hispanic grocery store as well. But it's a pretty common product. It's shelf stable, so I feel like if you buy this can, it'll last you quite a long time, unless you're eating it on Ritz crackers like you.
I do. Guilty. So how much has got to go in?
I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons. I think you could do more if you want.
Okay.
But I find that 2 tablespoons is pretty much all I need. But you're right. You're gonna see as it simmers for about an hour, you're gonna see it thicken up, and it's gonna change not only the color but the texture as well. So we're gonna do 2 nice heaping tablespoons in there and mix it in. Yeah.
We're taking another quick break. Not for an hour, but this needs to really kind of simmer and get down and dirty with.
Yeah.
A lot less than an hour. But when we come back, how to add the garlic for Kai's Garlic Rice ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We have a delicious dish from the home of Sinatra, Springsteen, and Streep. A Jersey-style Filipino beef caldereta. Thanks to Kai Fields. She's food critic and former managing editor of Creative Loafing Tampa Bay. And this is a recipe her mom makes and is so good. Kai still has it in her regular rotation, along with a supply of liver spread. Good, not just for this recipe, but also on a cracker.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Very good.
So good. Crunchy texture, little salt, that butteriness of a Ritz cracker. You can't beat it.
Family traditions just intersecting right here.
Merging. The Philbins in the field right now.
Yeah.
Before the break, we added carrots, potatoes, bell peppers, and olives to our pan, then seasoned with salt, pepper, oregano. And this is optional, but is traditional. And as we just said, it's really good too. That liver spread. Then let it simmer, and it just needs about an hour for it to really kind of do its thing. So while it is still reducing down, bringing all these flavors of our vegetables that we added in, what's next?
So to accompany the stew, we're going to do something that's really popular in Filipino cuisine. If you've ever eaten at a Filipino restaurant or you know any Filipino friends, you've probably had garlic rice. Super popular, especially for breakfast. I typically eat this stew with regular white rice, but we're going to spice it up a little bit and just do some basic garlic rice.
You spicing it up by just saying you're having this for breakfast is already spicing it up enough for me.
You need to brush your teeth after this, I'll tell you
Really?
what. Yeah, it's
some
a lot
people,
of
it's like,
garlic.
the OJ gets that little bit. No, it's garlic rice.
We love our garlic, yeah. And it's super simple. So we're just going to go in and saute some minced, roughly chopped or minced garlic in some neutral oil. That's about... You don't want the oil too hot. I like to do anywhere between 275 and 300.
Okay, so you're kind of slowly cooking this garlic.
Yeah.
And that's intentional for you to be able to monitor it so it doesn't burn?
Yes, once this garlic gets a little overcooked and it gets a little too dark, it will turn extremely bitter. and not fun to eat. So you really want to make sure it's at like the perfect doneness, where it's just crunchy. You get that strong garlic flavor, but once you get that tinge of bitterness, you've kind of gone a little over
far.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, too far. So I like to just constantly stir it, and we're basically just looking for color. That's kind of how you tell that it's done. So we're just kind of going to pull it once it's a golden brown color.
Again, you're talking about the senses right there. It's the smell.
Exactly,
It is
exactly.
sight. It is all of that.
And you smell the garlic once it's aroma, and you really want to watch the color very closely. Typically, you pull it off of, or dump out all the oil and the garlic a little bit before it's done, because it'll continue to cook for a second after you pull it off.
Can't wait. So if you make this for your dinner, take a photo and let us know. Thanks to everyone out there who's been sharing theirs. Thank you so much for sending them. Deb, who's watching in Riverview, messaged us at facebook.com/DinnerDeeas. She made the turkey stuffing meatballs recipe shared by Chef Jonathan Rodriguez. She said, I watch your show every day now that I work from home. Honestly, it's my next favorite thing about working from home. Not driving on 75 anymore, being the first. The turkey meatballs turned out amazing. My husband thoroughly approves. Deb, thank you so much. I love the fact that you're working from home, and like, seriously, nobody likes 75 either.
No,
So that's
definitely
awesome.
not. Definitely not.
Linda and Kathleen emailed dinnerdeeas@fox.com after she made Nicole Kubelin's steak stir fry. She said it was very good. Linda, thank you so much. Look at the plating on that one too.
Gorgeous.
Like,
I
right?
don't know if mine's going to be as pretty as that,
She
but
brought out the fine china on that one. Way to go,
Absolutely.
Linda. I like your style. And then Tina from Palmetto, she also emailed us. She made Ella DeVar's a bone broth broccoli soup. She said it was delicious. Tina, that looks really good. So, Tina, you've already done the bone broth broccoli soup. I think a beef caldereta is like in, kind of the next.
the general
right
vicinity, yeah. If you wanted to throw this in a blender, you could do that too.
I like where we're going with it already, as it is. Because
Adaptability, Jeff. You get adapted to your palate.
we roll with it.
Yeah.
All right, how's this garlic coming along?
I would say we're about halfway there. If you stick your nose in it, it's very fragrant. It's kind of changing colors a little bit. We're gonna wait until we see a very gentle golden brown kind of come out of it, and then we're gonna pull it off the heat.
I love it. To grab Kai's recipe for her mom's Jersey-style Filipino beef caldereta, head to dinnerdeeas.com. Scan that QR code down there if you want to find us fast.
And
We'll keep an eye on this one here because we got one last break. When we come back, we get this idea for dinner onto the plate. Ahead on Dinner Deeas. Welcome back to Dinner Deeas. We're making a family recipe that you can cook up for your family. Jersey-style Filipino beef caldereta. Thanks to Kai Fields, a food critic and former managing editor of Creative Loafing Tampa Bay, and more importantly to her mom, who used to make this for her. Oh. My gosh. Those are the two of you right there?
Yeah. My mom's gonna be like, why'd you show my adult braces like that?
Well, I mean, more importantly, like, the Teletubby t-shirt right there kind of dates us right now. Like, we're talking like, late 90s right there, right?
That room in my parents' house actually still looks exactly the same.
Really?
Like same wall, paneling, everything, yeah.
I love that. And the bike on top of it all, come on now. That's super cool. That's a keeper right there. I love that. And we've been cooking this garlic, and we have been using our senses, really.
Yes.
We're seeing it change that color, that not deep mahogany, just that light golden amber.
Golden brown, yes. Yeah, you definitely don't want to take it too dark, or it's going to get a little bitter and it won't taste very good. So you see that we've achieved a beautiful, like, light golden color on our garlic and our oil. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of go in with some rice that has already been made, and we're just going to kind of lightly stir fry it up a bit. All of that oil that the garlic has been cooking in has all that flavor from the garlic as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a super intense flavor, but very, very good.
But I love that because, like, you already have flavors from that jasmine rice that we had cooked in your rice cooker. Now we're just getting that garlic oil to meet with it. Like,
yes, yeah. And, and if you don't want to do this at home, when you go to the Asian grocery store, you can buy fried garlic already made on the shelf, and you can also buy garlic oil already made too. So if you want to do a lazy man's version of this,
there's some shortcuts, but there's something quite nice when you're kind of smelling it too. Like,
this is true.
We're seeing that golden color, we're smelling it. Like, there's something special about garlic.
For sure. And kind of like the same principle with fried rice, I like to cool down my rice completely so it can kind of crisp up a little bit. If I were to put piping hot rice in this piping hot pan, it would become gloopy.
Yeah.
Texturally, it wouldn't be so great.
Steaming it.
Exactly. So I think this is a great way to like impart some nice flavor without, really doing a fried rice. So that's kind of it. You see, it's very simple, but this is something that Filipinos eat all of the time with a variety of things.
Okay.
Breakfast is especially my favorite thing to eat garlic rice with.
I love that. But we're also just not plopping it right onto the plate. Like,
Right,
you've got a little
right.
trick here to like actually, jazz it up a little bit.
Yeah, I had to make sure it could look a little picture perfect, as you would say. It's really easy trick to do, but it's really easy to find a little metal bowl such as this and kind of just pack it in. The oil that will be in this rice will let it not kind of stick to the side of this metal bowl. And you kind of just pack it in there. You can usually just bonk. So it's a nice little circle of rice.
I love that. So you got a nice little form here. So now we can actually take on our stew.
Yes, it is fine. It's the final hour. This thing has simmered for about an hour already. You see the liquid in it has reduced down a lot, and all the flavors are melding together really well. So it's time.
It's time.
I'll try to make this as pretty as possible, but it is a stew and rice at the end of the day.
And you say, there's something that's beautiful about kind of like the rusticness of any type of a stew.
Exactly.
Is like, if you don't have a perfect cut, who cares?
Exactly.
If you didn't get it just exact, who cares? It's all about the flavor. It's all about the love, the heart.
It's home style cooking.
That's the best.
It is the best, for sure. Ooh, it doesn't look great, but it's gonna be delicious, I promise.
It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
That looks so good. Thanks to Kai Fields and her mom for the recipe. Grab yourself a copy at our website, DeeAs.com, where we also have a link to Creative Loafing Tampa Bay, where you can read her food writing with no paywall. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more ideas for dinner, as we call Dinner Deas.